everyone. Let's begin. Okay, since everyone is here in the meeting, let's proceed. Good evening, everyone. I hope you had a good evening or a good meal, whatever you had tonight. Now, thank you for joining this meeting to discuss the recent incident involving an employee termination. So, Miss Julia, if you may proceed.
Good evening, everyone. I'll start by providing some context. We had to terminate an employee due to repeated no-show, no-call incidents. However, during the termination meeting, the employee made concerning threats towards me.
I see. Thank you for sharing, Miss Julia. So, if you don't mind, may you please walk us through what happened during the termination meeting?
Of course, when I informed the employee of the termination and the reasons behind it, they initially became angry, saying, "You can't fire me." But then they made a more alarming statement. Like, "You're taking away the only thing I have left, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at your house, and then you'll know what it's like."
I see. So that is indeed concerning. So if I may ask our investigators, if you may, or if you could, please outline the steps you took in your investigation.
Certainly. We conducted interviews, gathered statements, and reviewed relevant documentation such as company policies and termination procedures.
Additionally, we looked into the employee's history with company, including any previous incidents or disciplinary actions.
Eilysh. Okay, so thank you for your thorough investigation. What exactly were your findings?
Based on our findings, the threat made by the employee is a serious concern and needs to be addressed promptly.
Okay, I agree. So what are your recommendations for our next course of action?
We recommend implementing a temporary restraining order against the employee to ensure the safety of the supervisor and any other potentially affected parties.
It's a wise suggestion. I believe we will also need to involve law enforcement and some legal counsel to ensure we're handling this appropriately. I'll be sure to contact our law team for this one.
So, what about the team's morale? I'm worried this incident might affect them.
Don't worry about that. No, we will address this with care and we will also address it candidly. It is more beneficial to conduct a team meeting to reassure that everyone is fine and insured for their safety, and that the actions we're taking is being acted on.
The incident has been thoroughly investigated and steps are being taken to ensure the safety of all employees involved. Legal and law enforcement resources will be engaged to address the threat appropriately. Efforts will also be made to address any potential impact on team morale.
Threats of violence in the workplace must be taken seriously and addressed promptly with appropriate measures to ensure the safety and well-being of all employees. Communication, transparency, and swift action are key in managing such incidents effectively, even in a virtual environment.